Hello and welcome to Let's Talk SEO. One of the challenges of running an agency for me, and probably for all other agency owners, is the cost associated with tools, especially when you want to do keyword research, rank tracking, LLM tracking, backlink tracking, on-page SEO, on-page detection. And honestly, the costs can scale up exponentially with the more clients that you get. If you're using tools like SEMrush or Ahrefs, these are at least between $120 and $150 a month. And the more you add to them, like the more clients you add to them, you kind of run out of capacity and you need to upgrade to the next level. And the next level for Ahrefs and SEMrush is over like $250. And then if you go beyond that and you have more clients, the agency is growing obviously, then you have to update to the more expensive plans. And then from there to the custom plans, which can be, in my case, I spent over $1,500 a month for a pretty long time on these tools. I'm not associated with Data for SEO. They're not paying me to make this video. So I'm going to show you how to use Data for SEO to start tracking your keywords, start doing keyword research, and most of all, trying to understand like what's going on with your website, all for a few cents. Like honestly, rank tracking, keyword research, backlink lookup, whatever, is just a few cents a month. At the end of the day, that is something you cannot beat with any other tool out there. How do you do it for SEO in Google Sheets to start tracking your keywords and keyword research and all of the other stuff that most agencies would do? Using data for SEO is finicky. There are niggles associated. There are bugs associated with using the Google Sheets. The API is a lot more reliable, but you also need to be more technical for that, which is why there is another video that I made that goes over how to use the API for SEO, and especially all the more common SEO tasks. The Google Sheet does work most times. At times it does fail. And so, well, like I'm going to demonstrate this live in my video, so you'll see where it fails and you'll know exactly whether or not this tool is for you. But in my case, I'm literally saving like $1,200 to $1,300 a month just by switching to Data for SEO and building my own system using the API. Now, this is not the only API I use for rank tracking and keyword research, but it's one of the APIs that I use. There's another API I use, and the integration is a little different, and that's for another video. So without further ado, Data for SEO is that it's free. Now, I'm not affiliated with Data for SEO. They're not paying me a commission. This is not a sponsored video. Absolutely nothing. I use Data for SEO on a regular basis, and I think it's a great tool. And I've been using them for years, and it's only gotten better and with adding more features, adding more stuff to it. So I'll show you the easiest way to start using Data for SEO, but then there's a more advanced way of also using it with more features and a better output, and that's for another video. So if you're a basic user, you want to do keyword research, this video is for you. So we'll jump into Data for SEO, and as you see, we're on the main website. Go to the Google Sheets connector, and when you click over here, try for free, it will open this tab over here, which is a Google Workspace Marketplace. I already have this installed, but you go ahead and you install this, and this is a Google Sheets plugin. So you go ahead and you install that plugin, after which you can start using their Google Sheets feature. So once you've installed the plugin or the extension, as it's called, for Google Sheets, you go to extensions, you go down to Data for SEO connector, and you hit template. You go ahead and do insert pre-made template. Okay, so once the template loads, you can go ahead and give this a name, and you can save the template, or you can just load the template each time you want to use it. And so if there are a few different features here, I'll scooch myself over here to the right and just show you guys. So they've got the AI optimization feature, they've got the keyword suggestion feature, they've got a search performance, on-page audit, backlink lookup. Now, not all of these features work as advertised. Some of them are brand new out of the gate, and so they don't work as advertised or as you would expect. So the ones that do work very well, and I've been using this for quite a while, is the keyword suggestion tool. So I just want to plug my service over here. So I offer SEO services, and my SEO services are comprehensive. They include the audit, they include monthly SEO, they include backlinks, they include the whole shebang, press releases and stuff, even the content, audit optimization, internal links, whatever. So there's no hidden charges when you hire me to do your SEO. The only thing that I ask is that you click the link in the description, which is to a Google form. You click the link, you fill the form, and you can consult with me, and we can go over your website and see exactly what's going on. And then I'll quote you a price for your SEO. Now, compared to all the other SEO agencies you might have talked to, my SEO is priced very reasonably in terms of I don't have any hidden charges. I don't lock you into a contract. There is no contract, in fact, when you do business with me, and you can discontinue the service at any time if you don't see results. And that's the way I've been working for since I started doing SEO. So if you have a question, you can still fill in the Google's form and get in touch with me. Also, if you're looking to get a second opinion on your website's SEO because you already have an existing SEO company working on your site, get in touch with me. I'll run an audit. You can take that audit to your SEO company and say, this is what the other SEO guy found. Why are we not doing this? This is a strategy. So not only do I audit, I also provide you with a strategy that you can take us out ranking your website. In fact, every month, there are 6 to 7 people that get in touch with me. They start ranking their sites. I get emails back, them telling me, you know what? We've used a strategy. We've started ranking our websites mainly because the strategy that the other company were using previously was just poor strategy and poor SEO. So now that we have that out of the way, let's get back to the video. And so what we can do here is we can choose a location. I've got United States, but you can choose any location that you're in or you're trying to do SEO for. You can go ahead and wipe out these templates over here or these pre-filled ones, and you can say, let's say, roofer in Manhattan. All right. And you want to get suggestions for roofer in Manhattan, remove all the pre-filled ones over here. And what you can also do is you can filter by search. So you can click on the filter button and you can do like from 0 to 10, from 11 to 10. So this is mainly the SERPs. So yes, let's do 0 to 10, filter by intent. Do you want informational keywords, navigational, whatever. We just want all keywords and we'll just leave this as a default. Keyword difficulty. So you can find the easiest keywords. You can sort in terms of keyword difficulty, and I'll show you more once this loads. And also relevance, how relevant it is to what you're trying to search for. We'll just go ahead and just leave everything as it is and just enter in roofer in Manhattan. So it's gone ahead, it's filled in everything. We'll go ahead and zoom in a little bit over here so it's clear. So roofer is one of their suggestions. The search volume is over 60,000. Competition, CPC is giving us the search intent is navigational, commercial. So features, not. So roofer, Arlington Heights, 140 search volume. So you see we've got the search volume, and all of these are just the ones that is suggested. So you use a super local keyword. So super roofer Brooklyn is another local keyword. Roofer Manhattan, fine roofer. The roofer Manhattan is actually just a really low 10 search volume a keyword. But by using this, you can find all of the other search volume keywords. So if you want to get more keywords or you can get more better suggestions, you just put a list over here of 4 or 5 keywords and the suggestions will improve. Now, there is another feature that I really like, the Bing search volume feature. I'll go ahead and show you that. So we'll take roofer in Manhattan and we'll paste that into Bing search volume. So it opens up the Bing search volume tab over here. So just remove all of this, paste this over here, and remove everything over here. So as I said, like not all of their features work. So this one apparently did not work. And sometimes it will work, sometimes it does not work. So that's just something to keep in mind. The next one is similar keywords. And we did the keyword similarity, keyword suggestion, but we can also pair that with the similar keywords feature. So if we put in roofer Manhattan over here, and then just clean everything up over here and just leave everything else as default, we can get a boatload of good suggestions for similar keywords. And I would usually pair similar keywords with keyword suggestions. And again, this has failed. So as I said, like some of this stuff will fail. So we'll go ahead and just change this to, I don't know, United States maybe. All right, so went ahead and did absolutely nothing. So it has no suggestions. Let's change up the keyword for this. Let's do garage door repair, and we'll just do US wide. Hit run for this. The other drawback of this tool is that it has a threshold. So if there are like a 500 suggestions, it will just show you like 10 or 15 suggestions. But usually you don't need more than that. So even though tools like SEMrush will show you more, you don't necessarily need more than that. So it's given us a few suggestions over here. Let's just take a look. So we did garage door repair, United States, English, and we didn't necessarily categorize the search intent and stuff. But if you zoom in, we've got garage door repair. Here's the search volume for it. Transactional. Then you got repair garage door. This is navigational. Repair the garage door. Again, navigational garage door repair. Commercial. And you can see like the search volumes and stuff. So all of this, it doesn't even rack up a lot of credit. So if I go to my account over here, right? So let's go ahead and refresh. So over here is my usage for today, right? So I've only used, I don't know, like less than a cent even. So it's not a lot for keyword research, and they keep giving you like free stuff. So you start with like $5 of free credit, and then you can add credit, and it's there forever until you use it up. The next one that you can use is the website keyword suggestion tool. I find this sometimes this can be finicky, but usually it will work as expected. If you really want the best output and you want the best results, you want to use the API directly, which I'll make another video on how to use the API very easily. So the easiest way to use the API without having to deal with Google Sheets, and then you can use that to build reports for your clients or even for your own team. So we'll go ahead and we will use, so here's a site I kind of work with on an ad hoc basis as an SEO consultant. I'll go ahead and plug their site in their garage door repair service and run this. All you need to do is plug in the website, choose the number of suggestions. So let's just say I want 20 suggestions. So I'll put in 20, and then you want to choose language, include subdomain, no, ignore, highly similar keywords. So you can do that false, or you can do true, whatever might be the case. Go ahead and hit run. It's gonna ahead and pull the keywords for which this website is ranking for. And so basically this is what it does. It pulls all the keywords that a website is ranking for. You can do this on a competitor, and you can pull all of their keywords, and it's not necessarily website, but it's more web page. So you can plug in a web page, and you can find out how many keywords that page is ranking for. I put in 20 and I got 20 keywords back. So it says the yard garage door repair. So search volume 130. So in total, the search volume is 4310. And here's the competition. And here's the CPC, garage door AMS. And a similar tool for competitor research is their ranked keywords tool. So if you can do this on a competitor site, you can plug their website in over here in the United States, and you can add the number of keywords that you want to track for your competitor and see what they're ranking for, and combine that with the previous tool that I showed you. Go ahead and click run, and this will tell you like the total number of keywords that the competitor is ranking for. The competitor is ranking for 26 keywords, let's just say, and you've got a list of 10 because we added 10 over here, but you know how many keywords they're ranking for. And you can see exactly the keyword difficulty for the keywords, what kind of organic traffic they might be getting, the CPC, the competitor and stuff like that. So if you're not ranking for this keyword, so you compare this to the keywords that your website is ranking for, and if you see your website is not ranking for those keywords, you might want to build a strategy to rank for those keywords. And it's super simple. Again, it takes a few seconds. Just plug that in and you're pretty much done. Here's the bulk rank tracker. This is probably one of the best and cheapest rank trackers I've used in a while. And you go to the tab that says bulk rank tracking, Google, or you can choose it from over here on the right that says search performance and bulk rank tracking. Now there are some advanced features, but I'll not go into that. That's for another video, or you can explore those features on your own. So we'll go ahead, we'll paste in the domain URL, which is my client's domain URL. So paste it in over here, and you'll then add the keywords you want to track. So let's just say you want to track 3 keywords. Let's say garage door repair. Elegant is because you need to do this each time. And just do this over here. We want to do English, and we want to do mobile. So mobile, iOS. Let's just do iOS for every one of these. Okay, and we will remove. And the depth is like how far deep within the search, within the SERP do you want to go? Do you want to just remain on page 1? Or do you want to also check page 2, 3, 4, or page 5? So I just do like top 20. Because if my keyword is like 50, I don't really care about it. Just go ahead and click run over here. So right off the bat, you will see null. Null. This means that it hasn't gotten any data. So we might want to do maybe a different set of keywords, or we want to go through and go deeper into the SERPs. So we can maybe go like 50 just for the sake of this example. So null usually with this tool means that there were no results found, which means that for these keywords, this website does not show up. So with most of the rank trackers, it will say 0, it will show 0. But with this, within from the API, that's what you're getting. So we're not showing for any of these keywords. So let's just try. So again, we're showing null. So either there is a problem with the rank tracker, or the website does not show up for these keywords. Now I know the website does show up for these specific 3 keywords for sure because I do their SEO, but there is a chance that there's a problem and you might want to check again. And this is one of the drawbacks of using DataForSEO from within Sheets. It's a little finicky, but if you use it directly via the API, then it's a lot more reliable, and which is why the next video is going to be about using this via the API and building a system for yourself or your team or your clients where you can just put in the data and find what you're looking for without having to jump through all of these hoops. But again, if you look at my usage or my consumption over here, it's not a lot. So during the course of making this video, I've only used 0.0540, which is, again, less than a cent maybe. So that's not a lot of money used to put all those keywords in and find all the data that we have. Whereas with the other tools, you need to pay your monthly subscription, and then it's a lot easier to use compared to this. But then for this, you just need to upskill yourself and start using it and start taking advantage of it. Hope you guys liked the video. Like and subscribe as always. Leave a comment below. And if you're looking for someone to do SEO for you, there's a link in the description to a Google's form. Fill in the form and I will get in touch with you and we can discuss your SEO project or your website or your business. 9 out of 10 times when people get in touch with me, they already have an SEO that's been working on their project, and they're not very happy with the results. And when I look at their website, when I do an audit, I see exactly why that's the case. So if you have a question about this video, feel free to leave a comment below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Happy ranking.